My name's Judy Royal, and I am a reporter and page designer and a little bit of everything here in the newsroom at the Star News. I've been here for about 5 years. I started as a freelancer, and I've been here full time for a couple years now, and my job has changed a lot, and we'll talk about that later.
I'm Shannon Bowen. I've been here since February 2007 after I graduated from UNC. Started out as a reporter covering county government, and now my beat has changed to actually working with social media and developing different kind of tools we can use on our site to interact with communities, and also covering breaking news.
I'm Jim Ware. I'm the night editor here at the Star News, and also with Shannon. Shannon and I have been the lead Twitter people for the Star News since last July, I think. We started really getting into it. Also work with Shannon on the Para blog, where we share information about local bloggers, and we're trying to do some educational stuff there for local people so they know more about how to blog and how to use Twitter, other social networking type things.
Do you guys still consider him?
Well, as a reporter, I use Twitter. I mainly started using Twitter to connect with other journalists and other people in the field, just to start talking about the industry and ways the industry is changing. We would just share ideas on how newspapers and other organizations are using innovative tools to change the way we do things and survive as a newspaper. Then I started connecting as a lot of other local people started getting on Twitter in the Wilmington area. I started connecting to them and following them to see what they're doing, and they've ended up passing along tips for stories and passing on breaking news tips. Have people Twitter us and say there's a lot of cop cars in our neighborhood, what's going on? And we'll check it out. It turns out there's a standoff or an armed robbery or something. So we created, I'm at Shanbow, SHANBOW, if anybody wants to follow me. And we created quite a few Star News Online accounts. If you go to starnewsonline.com/Twitter, you can see all the different accounts we use. Judy logs into Star News Shop, where she goes around and talks about different retail deals she comes in encounter with, and blogs. She also uses that on her blog for different places people can shop to find deals. And then we have our regular Star News Online accounts. I think Jim is twittering right now. You want to follow along?
Although we are having it's a little bit slow with the Twitter search right now. It's not coming out in real time.
Yeah, they're saying about 20-minute delay.
Mm-hmm. That's not very helpful. You can see the comments later, I guess.
Right.
So in terms of how many people in your newsroom are using Twitter, would you estimate?
I'd say at least half, maybe more.
Yeah. Well, I'd say we've had obviously we've had an increase from the time when Shannon and I were on. We were only two on in July, I think. You were on before I was. I think I signed up in May, but I really didn't start doing much till July. And since then, we've had about half the newsroom sign on. We've used Twitter to report tropical storms progress up the coast from Shannon and Shelby Stevens and Chris Mazzolini. It was pretty cool during the middle of the night we had a Twitter feed running using Widget Box, and so we had like a live feed that way. And we were also live logging at the same time. We're trying to get just as much live coverage of the storm as possible. And I was twittering and blogging here from the newsroom too, all during the storm. It was pretty neat.
Shannon and Jim led a session on how to use Twitter in journalism in was the beginning of the year maybe, and I think that got a lot of people really interested. A lot of the skeptics who just didn't really understand Twitter since then have really jumped on the bandwagon and are on there all the time now. So, and I'm a fairly new Twitter person too. I just joined in December, and I've really come to get almost addicted to it. So
yeah, I think some listeners can relate to the being hesitant and then becoming addicted in a short period of time. So what kind of resistance did you encounter when you started telling people about Twitter?
How much?
Quite a lot. I mean, even when I first started Twitter, I think it was like October 07 or something. I just logged on, and my first tweet was like, I don't really know what Twitter is, but I'm on it. And I didn't really use it for a few months, and then all of a sudden I just started connecting with other people, and that's the kind of thing I tell people is that, at first it's going to seem pointless. I mean, I remember thinking, this is not going to last. Why do people care what I'm doing? But when you actually think about all the uses it has, I mean, a lot of business professionals in our area are now seeing it as a way to connect people and market their products. Same with journalism. We're kind of doing this for viral marketing, put our stories out there for others to click on. Different uses.
Right. I think it was interesting. Cindy, you met Vaughn Haggerty, who is one of our web developers here. Used to be our Metro editor. And when we first started using Twitter, he could see no purpose in it. And I'll never forget the day he came to the desk and said, well, I think I see a value now. And he was wanting to know all about API and things like that, which he knows way more than I do, about developing applications for use of Twitter on our website. And he's just taken and gone with it. That was a big hurdle for us, just getting people to start realizing that it's the networking that's the valuable thing. It's not necessarily the 140 character message. It's the network you're building up of sources, trusted people that you can throw something out to, and within minutes have good, solid feedback from people you know.
I think it's one of those things that's just really hard to explain to people. You just have to encourage them to get on there and start using it, because there really isn't a really good way. There are so many different uses for Twitter that it's hard to really just sit down and tell somebody in a brief conversation exactly what it can do.
So what other kinds of multimedia activities are you doing, and what kinds of things have you had to learn to be able to do that?
Well, I just learned blogging in the last, I guess, year and a half or so. We started really just kind of beefing up our online presence, and a lot of people started doing blogs, and it goes along with my retail column. So that's been, a very basic way we've kind of gotten into that. And they've also given us courses on how to shoot video, and I think we even did a little bit of editing at one point. And Shannon can probably tell you a little bit more.
Most of our reporters do shoot video now. We all have goals to go out there and shoot. I mean, every time breaking news happens, we all have our own cameras we carry out. The goal is to shoot a 1 or 2 minute video for the website. We try to get, I don't know how many videos a day.
Well, our team goal, Shannon and I are on the same team with Dave Reynolds, and she's also, in addition to her social networking, she's also one of our cost reporters. And so we have a team goal of 4 breaking news videos a week. We easily will meet that goal this year. It's over 200 and some videos in a year, and we'll easily meet that.
What's your audience like? Do they respond to that? Do they comment? How do you feel about the acceptance of them?
Oh, we've seen tremendous growth in our videos. We used to be happy if, videos got, like 100 views. We've had videos that had, thousands, and we're talking about in the course of a year that this has changed from where we had very, very, very low participation by readers in the videos, as far as watching them, and to where now they expect it from us. It's something that we've been giving, and we put a lot more emphasis on it. So, we essentially know that we're competing with TV, and that's the way we approach it. We know that we got to beat TV deadlines. That's how we've got a market there. We can do stuff that they can't do because they're so structured, and when they appear, whenever we get it, we put it online. We don't wait. That's the way we do all of our stories. As soon as it's ready, we call it online first approach, and we've done that for more than a year now. And that's the philosophy we've been following. And so that basically we just want to beat TV, we want to beat any competitors by getting the story up first.
We're reporting across platforms now, and Jim was talking about we're beating TV, and then pretty soon we're going to start doing, hopefully, podcasts. We'll be doing kind of radio type components, and in addition to writing for online and for print. So we're just really broadening our skills.